Go Waller. We are Waller. Please join me for the flag salute, starting with the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Oklahoma flag salute. I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbol of peace unite all people. Join me for a moment of silence. Thank you.
That's better. Time for the joke of the day.
I am Sean from the 6th grade. Why did the robber wash his clothes before getting away with the loot? To make a clean getaway.
I'm Caitlin Miller from the 8th grade. What do you get when you cross a vampire and a snowman? Frostbite.
I think those are pretty good. Those are all right. Who wants 6th grade? Simmer. 8th grade? Sixth grade wins.
Now for the talent. Please welcome Dasani Levy singing Listen.
Just not even.
Listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I start but can't complete. Listen to the sound from deep within. It's only beginning to find release. Oh, the time has come for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside or turned into your own. Oh, 'cause you won't listen. Listen. I am alone at a crossroads. I'm not at home in my own home. And I tried and tried to say what's on my mind. You should have known. Oh, now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I followed the voice you gave to me. But now I gotta find my own. You should have listened. There is someone here inside, someone I thought had died so long ago. Oh, I'm screaming now, and my dreams will be heard. They will not be pushed aside or turned into your own. Oh, 'cause you won't listen. Listen. I am alone I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I felt the voice you gave to me. But now I gotta find my own. I don't know where I belong. But I'll be moving on if you don't. If you won't listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I start, but I will complete. Oh, now I'm done believing you. You don't know what I'm feeling. I'm more than what you made of me. I felt the voice you think you gave to me. But now I gotta find my own, my own.
Now for the announcements.
The lunch menu for this week is Monday, chicken fried steak, Tuesday, Indian taco, Wednesday, pig in a blanket, Thursday, chicken tenders, and Friday, hamburger.
The 7th grade basketball has a game tonight versus Sapulpa at 4:30 home. On Thursday, the wrestling team has a match in Woodward. Also, 7th and 8th grade basketball, Blue, has a game in Woodward at 4:30 and 6:30.
Enrollment papers for the high school are due Tuesday the 26th. Also, pre-enrollment is on Wednesday.
For the 8th grade, tonight from 6 to 8 at Enon High School, there is a college/career night.
Last Friday, we had Stamp Out Starvation, and we had a total of 82 people come, and we packaged 23,112 meals. Thank you. And then this Saturday, we had a Waller Eagle Glades cleanup, and there's a shout out to Nathan Evans, Jersey Garrett, Kylie Stanley, and Jordan Pierce for coming out to help. Thank you.
Now for the weekly newscast and highlight video.
Good morning, Waller, and here's your weekly newscast.
Hey Waller, this is your blast from the past. Hey, look at Mr. Harold from 2001. Look at Mr. Mullen from 2001. Also, don't forget Mr. Julian from 2001.
Hey Waller, it's Maddox, and 7th grade's got 2 basketball games this week. One, Sapulpa at home, and the other one's Woodward away. And now back to Kendall in the field.
Thank you, Maddox. Now I'm here with
Savante.
Taylor, Damian.
Gene. Alright guys, will you guys tell us about your championship you won recently?
I don't know, bro. It's crazy. It was a good run.
Alright. Can you also tell us about your upcoming schedule?
We have a game next Thursday in Piedmont. Yeah. Probably be one of the game of the year.
Is it home?
No, out of town.
Yeah, I know, but
Alright.
everybody wants to go.
If you guys want, come support them.
I understand. Ain't nobody gonna drive to Piedmont.
But then our last game is gonna be home against Piedmont again. So
yeah, last game of the season. So come.
Like everybody to be
come
there.
Come watch us.
2.
Back to you, Maddox.
Thank you, Kendall. And now here's your lunch. You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There you go.
Good job. Hi, I'm Lauren, and today is opposite day, so don't have a great day.
About what's going on. What I got out of that, they want to invite you guys. All right, you had your chance before. We have split so far. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. We're 1-1 with Piedmont. We beat them in the tournament. Lost last week at their place in a pretty emotional game. The last game of the year is at the 11th February 11th. I know they want to invite you guys out to that. If we could pack the gym for that, it should be a pretty good atmosphere for that game. Congratulations to all of our teams, our 7th and 8th grade boys and girls. I know have been competing hard all year, brought home several either championships or trophies from tournaments, so thanks for all your hard work in that. Coach Loafman, our brand new soccer coach from Enid High School, is coming in to speak today. He's been caught in a little traffic jam between Enid High School and here, so he'll be here momentarily. I do have a couple announcements real quick. The drive we did for Dover schools, our reading projects, that ended Friday. They won't be picking those up until this Friday. So if you guys want to continue to bring those, you sure can. They'll be posted out there in the lobby. The winning class from that, I believe, brought 278 total books, counting money and books, and they will be getting a pizza party. They just need to let me know when. That class is Miss Eldora's class. So congratulations to you guys, who's ever in Miss Eldora's 4th hour class. Going along with our championship theme, our basketball theme. Tay Sullivan, are you in here today? Congratulations, Tay, regional hoop shoot champion. He goes to compete and represent Waller and Enid Public Schools in the state championship 2 weeks from now. Couple other housekeeping announcements. Food, we mentioned food at Waller is totally acceptable for breakfast and lunch in the cafeteria. At no other time should you have food in your classroom unless you have explicit teacher permission. And then we need to be very cautious. All those food activities need to be ran through Nurse Lana. We do have several students in here who have varying degrees of food allergies, so make sure we're not eating food in the hallways or in the classrooms, and that absolutely includes blacktop. If you buy blacktop food and it's something you want to save till later, you need to keep that put away. This was brought to my attention because we had a little bit of an issue, and I don't know if it was building-wide, but in a couple hallways with trash from blacktop being brought back in the building, suckers, wrappers, things like that. So make sure you guys are keeping food only in the cafeteria, only for breakfast and lunch. Had a couple announcements about the Stamp Out Starvation. Great job. That's the biggest turnout we've ever had for that. Thanks to all who helped out. Thanks, Ms. Baker, for putting that on, along with the Waller Glades. I know that was a project that NJHS has been doing. We've got a bunch of it cleared off, had a work project out here Saturday and Sunday, cleaning off a bunch of trees and debris. They're going to fix that boardwalk and that gazebo for you guys to use as an outdoor classroom space. And I haven't spoken with Ms. Baker yet, but I'm going to ask if you guys doing your Friday hours for NJHS. We still have several limbs, things that have been cut down that do need to be removed and moved outside that fence area, so we can have that picked up on Saturday or Sunday this weekend. So if you guys Friday after school want to continue to move those out, we would have that picked up. A lot of great things going on with GTO. I actually met with 2 men this past week, and they're going to come. They are both Waller alumni and have kids in the school system, some even in Waller right now. And they're going to come to speak to us about taking our GTO project international. We've done a great job within this building and within this community and without Stamp Out Starvation, some things across the state and even international. We're going to do some more stuff. They're going to talk about how we can do some things specifically in Mexico. Holocaust survivor, AR winners. We're going to have some slides and talk. Oh, good, we got them up, and I'll talk about those right now. If anybody has studied, and I know some of you guys are already doing that in your classes, but we've been very fortunate. We've been approved. We have a Holocaust survivor coming to speak in an assembly in April. We've got a couple different memories of being in school, whether as a student or a staff member. One of the most important, one of the most impactful ones I've ever had in my life, probably the most important, was when I was teaching in Allen, Texas, and we had a Holocaust survivor come speak to our student body. So very fortunate, not something that's going to be able to happen for very much longer, but she's flying in from the East Coast. We also have, she's got a book out, 4 Perfect Pebbles, we'll talk about here in a little bit. We can go back, I'll just read that to him. Imagine spending your younger years, and she was a little girl, and I think about your age or a little bit younger, when she was in a Nazi concentration camp, separated from family members, trying to understand the horror going on around her. In the not-so-distant future, Holocaust survivors will be gone. And that's why Marion Blumenthal Lazan shares her story of survival in the notorious Bergen-Belsen concentration camp in Germany, with students around the country. And you can look some more under Maureen McFadden, WNDU.com. She also has a website, forperfectpebbles.com, and that's her book. She survived the Holocaust, and she's written her story in her book, 4 Perfect Pebbles. Waller Middle School students will get to experience a chance of a lifetime April 12th at 1 p.m., hosting Jewish Holocaust survivor here at Waller. Have the chance to purchase her book and have it autographed for her for $2 thanks to our Waller PTSA. Our Waller PTSA, which you guys help raise funds to fund everything that they do, is paying for her to come here. They're also helping defer a majority of the cost of that book. If you're interested in buying that book, they'll be here taking orders next week during lunch. $2 gets you that book, and then she will autograph it when she's here for you. Again, 4 Perfect Pebbles is the book, $2. It's going to be an amazing chance to hear her story, but a pretty cool opportunity to have an autographed book by somebody who's went through all that. Here's some pictures of her. And then if you see anybody in the PTSA, make sure you tell them thank you. Great opportunity for us to be a part of something like this. AR winners, we haven't announced, and we will not announce a lot of the things that we do. We did last year, competition-wise, announce some competitions. There's varying degrees of methods behind that. One, we don't want you to do things just for the purpose of the prize that you get. Great. Coach has made it here, so we'll bring him out in a little bit. But doing some research and looking at the ways and means why, how do we get students motivated? What do we do to make sure that they become lifelong learners? I want to encourage all of you guys, if you hadn't had the chance to already, you can look it up on YouTube or you can look it up on TEDx. One of our own students, Amy Cinnamon, has an excellent talk on the desire to be a lifelong learner and all that you can get on that, and the importance of doing things not for the reward of doing it, but for the lifelong gratification and self-betterment you get from just becoming a person who improves themselves daily. So if you go to YouTube and just search up Amy Cinnamon, the desire to learn. But with that, our AR winners from the first semester, students who went above and beyond with us without even having to announce some type of competition, the top earners in the top 5 point earners in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade are Sean Taylor, Kaylee Maxey, Kyle Martin, Jacob Handing, top 6th grade earner, Jacelyn Phillips, 7th grade. Alexis Owens, Kayleen Sugantio, Sierra Edwards, Viola Curtis, Jared Johnson. Good job, Jared. A lot of points there. I think that's overall. 8th grade, Taylor Rainey, Bruce Lamoureux, Alexis Nunley, Joyce Chin, and Maylena Tapia. These guys need to see Miss Ashcraft today to make sure we have permission, but we will take you guys to Chili's for lunch tomorrow. So congratulations to all of you guys reading on your own. More AR incentives coming soon. Come check out a new book in the library. We definitely have a lot of new books. Looking at last year, we took some college trips, one to OSU and one to OU, possibly doing those again. All students, again, Student Advisory Council has recommended meeting those AR goals. We'll get to do some half-day things. That will be the first Friday in February next week, February 5th. PTSA purchased as a brand new popcorn machine. So it looks like we're going to do popcorn and a movie here on that Friday the 5th. So looking forward to all of you guys meeting those goals. We will know next Monday. This is the last week for January. So those attitude, those attendance, and those academic goals are what we'll be tracking. This Thursday at 6 p.m. in the Enid High School Auditorium is Islander Night. So encourage all of you guys to come out for a great time, talk about the culture and the traditions of the Islander, any country from the islands, any people, cultures from the islands. A couple other announcements, electronic devices, 3 things. Only in the classroom, only with teacher permission, and only for educational purposes. We talked how, hey, I want to listen to music and do my homework. That music coming into your head is more of a distraction. Research tells us at times it can help you with creativity if you're in the arts or things like that. But if I'm in those core classrooms and I'm in those core areas and I'm studying for learning, they are a distraction. So make sure you're only using those for educational purposes. Planners, be using those every period, each day, every period. That's what we're telling your parents. If you want to know what's going on with your son or daughter at school, the best way to do that is to have a sit-down visit and look over that planner. And then Eagle Vision continues. Guys, make sure you understand why you're in those places. If you don't have a clue, make sure you're visiting with those teachers. At this time, help me welcome as I introduce our new soccer coach at Enid High School, Coach Loafman.
Hi, good morning, guys. Good to see everybody this morning. It's a good-looking group. As Mr. Beauchamp said, my name is Matthew Loafman. I'm the new head soccer coach here in Enid. In fact, we've already had practice this morning. Varsity boys were out this morning working hard, and it's a good-looking group, and we're hoping to have a good year. I'm also an assistant principal at the high school. It's been an adventure over there, loving every minute of it, and looking forward to seeing you guys up there here in the very near future. Was told this morning kind of to speak on a couple of different things. Just picked one. But the biggest thing that I want to talk to you this morning about is making excuses. I would say that probably 9 times out of 10, when I get a kid in the office, they've always got an excuse as to why they did something, why they didn't do something, why they are in trouble. But rarely do they ever own up and say, you know what, I made a mistake. Okay? I've been in Texas for the last 10 years. I've been in a lot of good districts, had a lot of good experience. But what I'd say to you is this: you attend a very good public education district. Enid is a place where, guys, people are willing to bend over backwards to help you, okay, to make you successful, and they do everything in their power to ensure that in a few short years you guys are going to be educated, that you're going to have a degree, and that you're going to be able to go out into the world and make a success of yourselves and your community. And I can't say that for some of the districts that I've worked for in the past, but I can literally say that about that here. People will go to the very limit that they can to do everything they can to help you out. But oftentimes what I see is that you've been given the opportunity, you've been given the advantage, you've been given all the resources, all the tools, and yet still, when I don't succeed, all I want to do is make excuses. And whether I'm on the field as a player, whether I'm in the classroom, I'm only responsible for me, what I can achieve, what I can accomplish. Okay? There's no reason, there's no excuse anymore for why you can't achieve something. It doesn't matter what your race is. It doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter how much money your parents or your guardians make. You are given the opportunity every single day to get an education. No one is turned away. But more oftentimes than not, we still want to see people that are saying, well, I didn't do this, or I didn't like that teacher, or they didn't help me, they didn't want me to succeed, I've got problems at home, whatever the case is. And guys, I'm not saying that there aren't issues. There will be issues. There will be times when you're having to deal with a lot of stuff. I talked to a kid just this past week who lost his father a couple years ago. And that's hard. But you know what? He comes to school every single day. And he works his tail off so that next year he's going to be able to graduate. He doesn't make excuses. And I heard Nick Saban. Everybody know who Nick Saban is. One of the best college football coaches there is. Just won a national championship. Nick Saban says this to his players every year. He says, you deserve to be here, but you are entitled to nothing. You deserve to be here, but no one's just going to hand you a diploma. Okay? You're going to have to do some work yourself. You're going to have to overcome some obstacles, some challenges, some issues. But don't let those things be the reason why I don't succeed. Don't let those things be the reason while I'm 20 years old and I still haven't graduated. Okay? You deserve to be here. But you're going to have to work for it too. All right? And I can tell you that that's what we're going to push at the high school. We're going to help everybody we can. We're going to do the best that we can for each and every individual student. But you're going to have to do some work too. We're not going to tell that teacher they've got to give you 100 when you don't do any work for it. All right? I'll tell you, and I'll leave you with one quick story of a friend that I grew up and played football with in high school. One of the best defensive tackles I ever played with. But Clyde was an African-American kid who, when he was 3 years old, his dad walked out of the house, left he and his 4 brothers with their mom, who worked 3 different jobs. And when he was 12 years old, she had to leave him and his brothers with his grandmother, who was only getting a Social Security check. Clyde didn't have much. But I'll tell you this, Clyde never made excuses. He was at school every day. He was at football practice every day. He worked his tail off. He never said, well, I had a tough upbringing. I had a tough situation at home. There were nights when he would come over to my house to eat because they didn't have anything in the pantry. There were nights when he had to stay up late because, to be honest with you, Clyde wasn't the smartest guy in the world. But he worked his tail off so that he could get a 78 in Algebra 2 so that he could keep playing football. He worked. And out of all the people that I knew that could have just said, you know what, forget it, I'm done, I've had it, it's not fair, Clyde had all the reasons in the world to say that. But he never let any of those things keep him from doing what he knew he could do. And today, at 33 years old, Clyde Haynes is an executive for Exxon Oil making about $400,000 a year. Because he worked hard, and he never made excuses, and he never blamed his problems on somebody else. He knew that he was offered an education, and he took it. Again, it's that old saying, you can lead the horse to water, but what? You can't make him drink. We can give you the classroom. We can give you all the resources in the world. You guys have great teachers. But we can't make you learn. That's up to you. We want to help. We want to do everything in our power. But eventually, you're going to have to meet us halfway. Everybody understand that? Everybody understand that? Everybody agree? All right, guys. Hey, it's been good to get to talk with you this morning. I hope you have a great day, a great week. We'll talk with you later.
Thank you, Coach Lothman. We appreciate you being here. We're going to come see some soccer games. They're all held at the high school field. Is that correct? Selby Stadium. Come see some soccer games. Come out and support Coach Lothman. A lot of Waller alumni on the soccer team as well. We can come support them. Thank you for talking about excuses. It fits right in with what we've been talking about. Assembly a couple weeks ago, we talked about the exact same thing. One of my all-time favorite quotes. It's a definition more than a quote, maybe. And it says losers. Excuse me, it says excuses. Losers always have one ready. Always have one ready. Excuses. Losers always have one ready. And it wastes a lot of time. And think that's the difference between that winner and that loser. What is that winner doing? Figuring out a way why. Why did this happen? And whether it's like he talked about, I own it, I accept it, I do the crime, I do the time, I've got to move on. Or I screwed it up and I didn't learn it, now I've got to figure out how to learn it. And I ask my teachers, I ask other students, I find a way to fix it. Losers focus on defending themselves, and there's a reason why, and that's why, guys, and it wastes a lot of time to do that. Our challenge to you this week is to think about excuses and think about the person that you can control and the only person that you can control, and that's you. So what are the things that you're responsible for? What are the things that you're going to do to make sure you're paving that path towards success? Everybody give Coach Lothman a hand today. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being here. We're going to wrap it up with a quick little video from science class this week. A lot of you guys did a lot of great things. We've got a little short video wrapping it up.